Hey guys, uh, so we don't have an episode this week. Sorry, this is another film asterisk, but it's because next week is going to be a double length episode, which is already on a double length, because it's a two-parter. So the damn thing's going to be like over an hour and a half. But for now, please enjoy this video of me and Connor just talking about movies. I'm sure we came up with something. All right, bye. All right, psych. I know I said this was going to be with Connor, but we're doing it with Steve instead. An apt
New and
replacement.
improved.
Film asterisk. So basically, what we're doing today, our little microphone, is we're just going to talk about, or I'm going to get my recommendations from Steve, for movies to watch, and not just to watch anytime, but to watch in specific situations. Whether it's something like, oh, hey, I want to get into this genre, maybe, or like, hey, I have this coming up. What do I watch? So, here we go. Steve?
Okay.
First up, what is the best summer movie? Or your favorite? Your recommendation for a good old summer movie.
God.
It's hot, it's warm, you got the TV on.
Yeah. I'm gonna give you a few because summer means different things to different people. For some people, summer means the beach and the sun, and I'm a person who doesn't like particularly either of those things. So for that, I have to go Jaws.
Solid Jaws.
Stand By Me comes to mind because like childhood, like
Yeah.
freedom, growing up, exploring things like that. A League of Their Own is a pretty damn great summer movie.
Heck yeah, that's one we agree with. League of Their Own.
Summer is big baseball season. Oh, I would throw The Sandlot in that as well because that literally is a summer vacation movie.
All right.
Do the Right Thing, obviously.
Yep.
Just because heat.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Next up, best movie to see at a drive-in.
This is a great question. Drive-ins are my favorite way to see a movie. I saw League of Their Own last summer at a drive-in.
Heck yeah.
Along with Beetlejuice. It's the only time I'm going to be saying it. You're not going to get me to say it two more times.
What movie was that?
It was Tim Burton's follow-up to Pee-wee's Big Adventure, starring Michael Keaton and Alec Baldwin and Gina Davis.
Cool.
Two Gina Davis movies. I just
Gina Davis
put that
back to
together.
back.
There's a multiple great movies to see at a drive-in. I particularly like seeing older films at a drive-in. Even more than newer films. As much as I like Connor Randolph sitting on my lap during both New Mutants and Tenet. That's a true story. When I was dating, we went to the Sunset Drive-In one time, and we saw a double bill of Jaws and E.T.
Jaws, E.T. Classic.
Yeah. Technically, it was E.T. then Jaws.
Okay.
And
that's Jaws.
Yeah,
Jaws.
There's a portion where she had me go out of the car to get concessions and things. And while I'm waiting, I'm just watching E.T. with no sound. And that speaks to Spielberg's strength as a director, because granted, it helps I've seen the movie a million times. So whatever your favorite movie is the best movie to see at a drive-in. Unless your favorite movie is like, I don't know, Schindler's List, something that's
True,
really intense.
maybe not.
Whatever your comfort food is the best movie to see at a drive-in.
Next up, we've got what is the best movie for a first date? Ooh, and this is coming from a film major, someone who knows movies to pick. What's a good first date movie? A good bridge for a film major and a regular non-film nerd like us.
I'm going to say the Richie Valens biopic, La Bamba. This is a joke.
Oh, okay.
No. You want something romantic, obviously.
Romance.
First date?
First date.
God, that makes
you
it
have
so
to
hard.
watch a movie on the first date.
I know.
It could be in the theater.
Yeah.
Just imagine maybe it's in the theater.
Like whatever the date movie is, like that happens to be out in theaters at the time, is the real answer. I would say before Sunrise.
Ooh,
but that's almost putting too much pressure on a first date.
Good point.
Like one of the great star-crossed romances of cinema history. I would also say Roman Holiday was a good one if it didn't end up with them not being together. Spoilers for a 60-year-old movie. Almost 70. God.
Hey, if they're still on after watching my movie endings episode, we're fine.
Yeah. All of my answers that come to my head are bummers. I almost said Fault in Our Stars. I was trying to think movies I did watch when I happened to be dating women. It's like only like 35% the movie. It is like 65% the company. I'm gonna go with Moonstruck.
Moonstruck. You heard it here. Next up, best movie to watch at 3 in the morning.
Martin Scorsese's After Hours.
After Hours.
I don't need to elaborate on that. That's just a factual statement.
Fantastic. Best new movie to show or watch with your parents. So like came out in the past like 3 to 5 years.
3 to 5 years? I think it depends on your parents. Me and my parents really loved Bad Education.
Corey Finley.
Yeah.
Highly recommended on the Film Man channel.
Yeah. I'm trying to think movies that like all three of us agreed on. Yeah, Bad Education. Like a nice, like that's a movie for grown-ups.
Awesome. Now, you've heard of binge watching, obviously.
Yeah.
Haven't we all? But there's also cringe watching. Watching a movie just to have a laugh, watch a cringy old bad movie. Everyone knows it's bad, but it's fun because it's bad. What is your recommendation for a cringe watch?
Yeah, I don't do this.
Okay.
I know a lot of people like this. Like, here's the thing: it's always been popular, but I think it's like particularly popular with our generation. I don't do this a lot. Here's the thing: I love Mystery Science Theater, and they are like really the progenitors. That's not a word. The like
progenitors, yeah.
Is it a word?
Yeah, it is.
All right. They're like they popularized this, and I love it when they do it because they make it funny. I'm trying to think. I don't really have a. I'm sure I do. I must have a It's So Bad It's Good. I have movies that most people consider to be bad, but I just don't care. But I'm not watching it because I think it's bad.
Yeah.
I think I watch it because I like the movie.
There you go.
Grease 2 is a masterpiece.
Grease 2 then.
Yeah, it's directed by the choreographer of the first Grease, so the dance sequences are incredible. Also, it's very colorful and fun, and the songs get stuck in my head. I sing the songs from Grease 2 more than I do the first Grease.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Next up, best hidden gem horror movie.
Horror?
Yes, horror movie that's kind of a hidden gem that not many people would know about. You guys might know an example of this, Hills Have Eyes, from our Halloween episode last fall.
Because here's the thing, there's a million of these.
There's so many, but what's Steve's pick?
Yeah, because I'm a horror appreciator, but I am far from a horror buff.
Same.
So, like, whatever answer I'm going to say, a horror buff would say was like, you basically just recommended Friday the 13th. God, I'm trying to think of horror movies I love. See, I wish I had, like, my Letterboxd on me. Like, I can't, like, this is not, like, hidden gem? And it's a horror movie?
Yeah.
Because now all the horror movies I can think of are, like, stupid popular. I love Fright Night.
Have you guys heard of Hereditary?
Because I would say the original Fright Night, but I feel like that's a well-known enough movie. Especially with the remake. Yeah, I feel like that doesn't count.
It's close. It's
Yeah.
kind of counts.
I feel like a lot of people of our generation haven't seen Fright Night, whereas for a lot of Gen Xers and millennials, that's like a seminal classic. I feel like, you know, horror.
Of the ones that you have.
I do love the original Blob.
Original Blob. That is a
Quite
good.
a bit.
I would say that's a good hidden gem.
Here's the thing: it's just like it's one of those movies where everyone knows it, but I don't think anybody. Oh, Overlord. Overlord from 2018. It like barely got released. I saw it in an empty theater with my girlfriend at the time. It's sort of horror action, but it's gross. It's fun. That's a great movie. I love Overlord.
All right, Overlord.
See Julius Avery's Overlord from 2018.
Next up, best entry-level French movie to watch. If you want to kind of get into French cinema, what's just a good kind of classic one? What's the Steve pick?
God.
I don't mean to hurt your head here.
No, it's just like I feel like a dunce because like I have not watched that much French cinema in general.
Well, I mean, I have
International cinema is my biggest blind spot. I love if you're developing a panache, a taste for art house cinema as well. I'm gonna say Cleo from 5 to 7 because I love Varda.
Dang, yeah.
I love
Agnes
Varda.
Varda.
and it's like cool. That movie's so deeply cool, and
Yeah.
it's so deeply like haunting and tragic as well. It has great vibes because it's short too.
It is.
It's breezy.
It's like a quick 90, isn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Because it says 5 to 7, like it's 2 hours, as if because it's supposed to happen like in the moment, but creative cuts makes it's 90. It is.
Yeah.
Okay, last one. We've got one left.
Yeah.
What is the movie you would send people to watch if you're like, if they want to get to know what Steve is all about? What's the movie you can be like, yeah, that you want to see what I'm into? Watch this.
There's a bunch. Because I like a lot of different types of movies. Because like I have like 5 different answers, and they're all incredibly different from each other.
Well, let's list them off here.
The first 2 that came to mind were Badlands and West Side Story, which stylistically could not be further apart. Badlands is like incredibly stripped down, and West Side Story is like one of the great Technicolor musicals. Like,
Yeah.
I love the Wallace and Gromit shorts. I would say probably, if I had to pick one, A Grand Day Out. Yeah. Fuck. What are things I like?
What all things you like?
Dan, name a movie. Any movie.
Any movie?
Any movie. Exactly.
Now I can't name any movies. I don't know.
Yeah.
Wrath of Khan.
It's a really good movie. That's
It's a good
movie
movie.
I like a lot. Oh, The Apartment. I'm just gonna say The Apartment. The Apartment checks like I try to like consume a wide variety of cinema, but if I had to choose like one movie, it was just like stylistically, I think it's beautiful. The performances are incredible. The dialogue's great. And despite being such a dialogue very heavy film, I do think it's like impeccably directed. Because
Yeah.
Billy Wilder has such a distinct visual style. The production design's insane in that movie because like to show that how expansive the office is, they got smaller and smaller desks to the back row.
Oh,
It's like
yeah.
entirely little people. The Apartment. If I had to pick one movie where it's just like you can gauge like a lot of different types of my taste from this, it's probably The Apartment.
That's all I have. Any questions from me?
Favorite snuff film?
What's that?
It's a film where somebody gets killed on camera for real. There is a correct answer.
I don't know any.
The
get
Zapruder
killed.
film.
It's the what?
The Zapruder film.
What's that?
The film that has JFK's assassination on it.
Oh my god.
Abraham Zapruder, who caught JFK's assassination on the film.
Dang.
It's on Letterboxd. You can check. It's not. Could you imagine?
Yeah.
What questions do I have for you? Dan, how dare you? How dare you make me do this?
Sorry, man. I just wanted your recs, you know?
Yeah.
Like, just because I think you're good at recommendations, you know? And I think, yeah. On Nantucket, all bicycle riders are required to wear helmets. Thank you for coming on. Again,
Thank you for having me, Dan.
we will have a very exciting double-length episode. Very fun concept.
That I'm on a lot.
That he is on a lot. You're going to be hearing a lot of him next week. It's going to be awesome. Thank you so much for waiting on that. But I hope this is enough to get some fun recommendations. Obviously, everything we talk about shows up on Connor's Film and Letterboxd list. You can find his Letterboxd at Cranberry18. That is CRAND Berry 18 on Letterboxd. And Steve, you got one?
Yeah, my letterbox is Steve Like Bird. It's the name Steve, the word like, and the word bird.
All right. Yeah. We'll see you guys next week.
Auf Wiedersehen.